So in the CSS introduction section, have you noticed that I have talked about you can write some CSS, otherwise we can use some CSS framework, right? So here I am going to give you knowledge about how to use Bootstrap framework in your HTML. There are many other frameworks out there, and most of them will prefer Bootstrap. This is because more responsive, and most of them will use this Bootstrap. Okay, so I will take you through how to use this Bootstrap, and I will give you walk through some other components. So based on that, you can take a look at it, and you need to work on this. Otherwise, it will be very difficult, and I will give you the understanding of the components. So how to use the different components. So here we no need to write much CSS style. It's already predefined. We just use their CSS. We need to include the CSS externally along the JS file as well. Okay. So I will take you to the example first. So bootstrap.html, here I have added some code. Okay. So this bootstrap file example, it started like us what we used to write a raw HTML, right? So it should start with a head. Within the head, we need to add the JS file and as well as the CSS file. CSS file should come first, then JS would come next. Okay, don't change the order. And below, if you refer, after that, we haven't written any CSS over here. Okay, we just added their CSS. This is the external CSS. Okay, so like how we added an external CSS, that we added the CSS also within our folder, but here we have used the CDN, which means content delivery network. Okay, this will be more faster than the actual CSS file render. So to speed up, they have used the CDN library. Okay, CDN means content delivery network. So via the CDN library, we have load CSS file as well as the JS of Bootstrap framework. Okay, we have written any style over here, but we have used some predefined class name. Only then we will get some style over there. Otherwise, we can't get anything. So those style class name also I will take you to within the example so that you will get to know clearly. First, let me cover you these things. Container. Okay, container fluid. So there is some style they have added within this file that we no need to worry about it. We just go understand how to use this container fluid or a container. Based on that, wherever we need to use that, we can just use the class name. That's it. No need to worry about writing CSS within our file. Instead of that, we will import the Bootstrap CSS framework, and we just using their predefined class name. That's it. So the PG primary, we have added PG primary means background primary color. They have used it. That is what getting added in this div container. Then the text white. Text white means this class name. It's a naming convention. They have used it. So by seeing the class name itself, it will tell you what is the style they have used it for this style. Okay. So text white means this will tell you that we have applied the white color for the text. So the below one, h1 tag and paragraph tag is using white color text. Okay, and text center. What does it mean? Text will come and render the center place of this div container. Okay, then followed by the another div container. So container class is there. Empty file, you forget about it for now for a time being. Then within that we have one row. So here on the Bootstrap framework, we need to know detail about row column wise. Okay, so within the row, how many boxes? I mean, how many columns we can place? So you should know about it. Otherwise, it will be difficult. Okay, so I will give you the more insights about that. But for the time being, here we have added a one row with 3 column, right? Here we used to say 12 grid framework. 12 grid framework means 12 boxes will occupy the full width. Okay, so consider the 12 boxes. I will show you within a, let me share the whiteboard first. There, let me explain. Okay, so I have taken a, okay, so consider this white box the full width. This contain, this is the box, this is the box. You just imagine as a box. Okay, so 12 box is the maximum. So like, so they can place kind of 12 boxes like this, but in our example we have converted in this 12 into 3, which means 4 boxes come here, 4 boxes come next, and 4 boxes come as a next item. So which means each occupy 4 column, altogether 12 column got satisfied. Got it? So all 12 means 100%. Each box above you can refer one class annotation, which means call sum1, which means column small medium device 1 is the one grid. Likewise, if you change it to 4, this will be the class name for this box. So if you mention 1, you can fill 12 rows in a single column. If you mention 4, 3 only you can fill, right? If you added a 4th call sum4 means it will be rendered in the next column, next row. So that is what the idea about this grid level framework rendering. Okay, let me clear this one and let me take you to the coding part again. Okay, so as I said, right, this is a row. Within the row, just to take a look at this parent level div only. I mean this one. Here we have a three div container within that. So each specify column S sum 4. 4 means 3 4 into 12. 3 into 4 12. So 12 row occupied full row. So that is what the ideology here. If you are mentioning instead of 4, if you 6 means, and here 6 means, the next one will occupy the next row. Why? This first two will occupy 6 plus 6 equal to 12, which means 100% occupancy over. Then this will be treated into next line. So I will give you more I will give you the explanation more in the later section. Let's cover this first. So as of now, I have added 3 column in a single row. Okay, so let's see how it will be look like on the browser. Okay, so I have created this bootstrap.html. This example we have seen in the HTML session. Here we can see the primary PG primary is the class name. We have used it here. So we have, let me show you the inspect element. Okay, look at here. Container fluid means there is a fluid render. When you mouse over to the container, you can see some margin. See, look at the above, some padding left and right, some margin around the div container, right? You can see above this one. I mean orange color. Or else you can see this boxing model. The boxing model you will get to know. Some margin got applied, some padding got applied, right? So when it comes to the container fluid, it's only the padding, not the margin they have used it. So if you want this kind of structure, you can use this class name. If you want some space around here, you can use this container name. Okay. And in addition, they have used PG primary, right? Background primary color they want to use. So that is the purpose they have added the class name within the Bootstrap CSS framework CSS file. We are just using the class name. So here we will get to know what is the color they have applied here. So PG primary means they have used RGBA value. So we already covered the RGBA in the previous session, color session in the HTML. R means red, G means green, blue means blue, A means alpha value. So those things they have created by using this RGBA function. So that will give you the blue color. We haven't added any blue color, right? So that is what rendering here. And below, and this one, I told you, right, the color text white. So this one, text white. Look at here, text white, the color they have added, they are getting it dynamically. So here we can't see anything. But the idea behind this class name means text white means they have used text white color here. Text center, they have used text center, text align center. And have you remember about this exclamatory symbol with the important? So this get overridden if someone got a text align for this container. So for that purpose, they have added this exclamatory important. Okay. And let me take you to the next one. The container. This is a row. Within this container, consider a 100%. 100% means this will be occupancy from here to here only 100%. Why? The around the div container they have added some margin and padding. So 113 and 12, totally 125 pixels from the right side and left side. It gone for spaces. So out of that only this occupancy 1140, and my mouse over you will get to know from here. 1140 is the total width of this row. When you drill down the below column, you can divide 1140 by 3. Let me calculate that. What is 1140 divided by 3? Okay, 380. Okay, so 380 is coming on that we will get to, we can make sure. Look at here. For each column, it denotes that width and height coming, right? So 380, 380, 380. So this is how this will be occupied. Based on the row value, it will be divide the column value. Okay. We no need to write anything, any style over here. We just use that. On top of that, if you want to have more customization, you can write for your CSS. Okay. So this is all about. In the next session, I will take you to the Bootstrap framework. Getbootstrap.com sites. Okay.